Hello friend, my name is Raza Masood. Today we will discuss about a topic overloading and overriding. Friend, let me tell you that it's a very easy topic, and this topic is pertaining to computer science. And so many time when we go for the interview, and so many time like software engineers ask that what is the difference between the overloading and overriding. So it's a very common question asked in the interview. And also if you are a fresh graduate in the software engineering or computer science, so whenever you go for an interview or start a career in the software engineering, so this topic will definitely be asked from you, or you need a clear concept or different, need to know the difference between overloading and overriding so that you can do the programming. So friend, let me tell you that this topic, overloading and overriding, pertains to software engineering or computer science or object oriented programming. Object oriented programming means the programming which is totally based on the concept of object, which rotate the all things rotate around the object. So friend, first of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well. So let's start. What is the difference between overloading and overriding? Friend, let me tell you that both these two terms, overloading and overriding, this is the concept that pertains to object oriented programming. This is a common concept, it is a general concept of object oriented. Rather you are programming in Java or you are programming in .NET, this is not necessary, but you should have to know the concept of overloading and overriding, because it's a very common question, it's a very common thing that whenever you go in interview or you are programming or making some application of software or web programming, so you should, or anything of other programming, so you should have a clear vision or understanding that what is the difference between overloading and overriding. So that was the reason that I decided to make a video or to describe the concept, describe the difference between overloading and overriding, so many people can get to know, so that they can have clear vision, and it can be helpful for them. So let's start. Overloading. Overloading is a main concept, a very basic concept of object oriented programming. Let's see this class dog, which has a method public void bark and system.out.println woof. Similarly, another method we call dog class have public void bar integer num for int I is equal to 0, I less than num, system.out.println woof. Friend, see that uh, this method public void bark, it has no parameter, and the other method public void bark, it has one parameter integer num. So when we make an object of that class dog, so if we call the method without any parameter, so this method will be called. And if we call the method with parameter, for example 1 2 3, for example 2, so it will print the 2 time woof, because at the time of compilation the compiler will see if the method calling bark is without parameter, so it will call the bark method, this one. If bark method called without with one parameter like 2 3 4, so it will call that bark method. Let me give an example. If you call class dog1, make an object of class dog1 and dog1 dot bark without any parameter, so it will print only woof. Okay. And if you make an object of class dog as dog1 and dog1 dot bark with parameter 2, so what it will do, it will print 2 time woof. Why? Because when you are giving the parameter, compiler see that it is receiving the parameter, so it will call that method with parameter, so it will print 2 time woof. If no parameter, so it will print only woof. So overloading means same method name with different parameters. Overloading means here you say and see bark is the same method and bark here is the same method. What is the difference? Only difference is that this method has no parameter and this method has one parameter. So only difference is that, so overloading means same method name with different parameters. So this is the main concept, the same method name with different parameters. So compiler will see at the runtime that rather this method will be called or rather this method will be called, and the decision will be based on the parameter. If no parameter, so it will call this method. If one parameter or one, if there's any parameter, so it will call this method. So overloading means, friend, the same method name with different parameter. So this is the main concept of overloading, like class having two method with same method name with different parameter. So this is the main concept of overloading. Now coming towards the overriding. Overriding means this is another very basic concept of object oriented programming. See in this class dog, it has a method bark system.out.println woof, and this is the main class, or you can say the parent class, and the another class which is inheriting from the dog. Inheritance means you are extending. Extended means let me give you an example of inheritance. Like for example, we are child and we are inherited few properties from our parents. So we are inherited from our parents because we are many properties we are inheriting from our parents. So we are inherited means that we are inheriting many properties from our parents. So this class is the parent class and this is the child class. Child class is extending the dog. Extending means that it is in extending, or it is the inherited from the dog class. And you can see from here it has a method named sniff and one another method named bark. See, if you see from here, this is the bark method and this is the bark method, same method name, and with the same parameter. Here is no parameter and here is no parameter. But when once you create the object of the class hound and call the method bark, it will call that method bowl. Why? Because the bark method is available here also and here also, but why it is printing the bowl? Because see, the bark method is extended. Extended means redefined or extended, having within the extended class or in the inherited class. Here remember one thing, in the whenever we talk about overriding, it is must have a requirement that the method name should be same and parameter should also be same, but it will be redefined, it will be extended in the inherited class. Inherited means, you guys try to understand, inherited means that if we are a child of our parents, so we inherited many properties from our parents. So because we are a child of our parents, so we have so many properties which our parents have, but our own properties we have as well. Like for example, if your father color eyes color is blue, so maybe it's possible that your eyes color will also be blue. This is possible because you are a child of your parents, so you inherited the properties of your father or mother. But remember one thing, that you may extend, you have your own style of walking, your own style of talking as well. So this is called the concept of inheritance, that you are extending, you are inheriting properties from your parents, but you have your own properties as well. So here the same thing is that if you talk about overriding, overriding means same method name with same parameter, but it will be extended. See, see from here, the bark method here, it has no parameter, okay, and it is printing the woof. The same method name will be available in the extended class bark here as well, but it is printing the bowl. When we call the method of when we make an object of hound class and call the method bark, so the compiler will run the method bark here and it will print the bark bowl. It will not print the woof because the compiler will call that method bark. Here you see the bark method here and this bark method here, it is the same method. If you see from here, same method name and same parameter. It is very necessary in the overriding that the same method name and method name should be same and parameter name should also be same, but it will be extended in the child class. So this is the main concept of overriding. I hope you like this video. uh, I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues. If you have any question related to object oriented, you may ask from me. I would love to answer your queries. And thank you, thanks a lot for your time, and that's all from my side. Thank you.